Okay, here we go. All right. We'll get right to your questions, and hopefully you enjoyed this month's content. So our first question here, I'm just going to get past all these yeses here just a second. Before we get into this, I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to First National for sponsoring our time here together today, because, well, without them, this wouldn't be possible. And they're always there helping you to grow your business. So thank you for bringing us all together. So our first question here is from Steve. Hey, Steve, thanks for being on the event. Well, Steve says, what is an average cost for a lead? So great question, Steve. But it does vary kind of all over the place. So a lead, depending on the source that you're getting them from, so Facebook specifically is going to range anywhere from $10 sometimes on the low end to around $25 on the high end, depending on the campaign. There's all kinds of different conversion mechanisms that affect the cost and the quality of the lead, and no two leads are equal, right? So it's kind of a loaded question in the fact that each lead generation source is going to give you a different end result, which is why we just discussed, sometimes the quality of the leads that come through a lead form, because it's easier for people to opt in, we find that sometimes the quality is less, but they're closer to the $10 a lead range than they are people that were driving to a website and that are filling out more information on a form. They're stepping through more hoops. So it costs us more, closer to $25 to generate somebody that's been a lead on a website, but that could potentially be a much higher quality prospect coming out the back end, which is why I always advocate testing of all these systems and finding the one that works for you, because an individual producer is more likely to skew towards the lead that costs a little bit more, but that is most likely to convert, so they talk to less people and close more loans, whereas a larger team structure that has operations in place and systems in place in order to follow up on a large volume of leads, those people are going to want to generate as many leads as possible for as little as possible. So there's all kinds of different ways to look at that, but that gives you kind of the range that you're looking at as far as leads on Facebook. And keep in mind, those lead ad forms that I just showed you, it is definitely worth testing those in your local marketplace, because we're seeing some really cool things with them. So definitely keep that in mind. Our next question is from Mike. Mike says, I've done standard no-cost advertising on my page in the past. Is this the same as clicking boost post on an ad and choosing to pay a cost after I have already posted an ad? So Mike, no, these are different. You have to go into the ads manager in order to run these. So that boost post option posted on your Facebook business page, and you want more people to see that specific post on Facebook. So you can target that either to a specific audience on Facebook that you select based on interest, just like when we went through the ads manager and I showed you people that were interested in mortgages, right? Or you can show those to people that like your page or people that like your page and their friends. So that will just show the post that you've written on Facebook to those people. In order to get a lead ad up and running, you have to do that through the ads manager inside Facebook. And you log into your personal Facebook profile, type ads manager up into the search bar up at the top, and then click on that icon. It's normally a nucleus, or sometimes they have a graph on there. You click on there and that will take you into the ads manager and give you access to that tool. If you've never run an ad through the ads manager, we have a phenomenal training inside our resource library here with First National. Now, it escapes me because this is our 30th event together, and I don't have the actual list of all the events here with me, but I believe it was around episode 14 or episode 15 where we went through setting up your Facebook advertising account so that you can get access to all of these features. It's definitely a worthwhile asset. So yeah, so that's available within the library for you. Our next question is from Kelly. So Kelly says, hi Chris, can you provide information on integrating with ActiveCampaign? Thank you, Kelly. Yes, Kelly, the team will have that request, and they will get you the link that explains how to hook those two services up through whatever third-party Facebook is integrated with. So all of those options that you saw, each of them, it's as if or Facebook has gone out and essentially picked a vendor or a connector for each of those different services. So we'll send you the information that you need for that. John says, and hi, John. Which of the techniques that you spoke about this morning would be best to get people to register for a first-time home buyer webinar? So, John, that is a fantastic question. And I am actively using lead ads to register people for a webinar. So the way that it works is people see it, the advertisement that we've created, you may see those ads in your newsfeed. And when people click on those, it pops up the lead form and they fill out their first name, their email address, and their phone number. They click submit. It goes into Infusionsoft, and then Infusionsoft takes care of the registration and then sending out the related information for the webinar. So I am recommending it because even though we've been running it for only about 30 days, we are seeing a cost per registrant lower than our traditional funnel where we're driving people to a mobile opt-in page and getting them to opt in on the mobile page. So that's definitely a great test. Now, I'll mention to you, because I do have a little bit of experience driving people to webinars off Facebook ads, there is a lead type book other than the lead ads, and it is called website conversion. So it's normally up in the top right-hand corner when you go to create your ad. What those website conversion ads do is they ask you to take your Facebook pixel and install it on the thank you page. And all that means is that Facebook is tracking the person that clicks on the ad, measures whether or not they actually opt in when they get to the lead generation form or if they bounce. And they track all of the people that opt in. So they need that pixel code on the thank you page to be able to determine the workflow of who clicked the ad, who landed on the page, and then who registered. And what they do is they watch those user profiles. And inside that specific campaign, actually looks at the people that are filling in the forms, and they show your ads automatically to people that are most like the people that are filling out the ad form. So the longer you run those campaigns, the more efficient they get. So every month through those types of campaigns, per registrant drop, and the quality of the people that are coming through our funnels through that specific ad campaign are getting better and better. So Facebook has actually been able to use the data that they've got to be able to provide a better quality lead over time. So with you focused in on first-time home buyers in a specific marketplace, that might be something that you want to test as well. Now, the other thing that you should know about is just in the last month, inside our Facebook advertising account, yours might be a little bit different, but inside our advertising account, there is now a demographic profile of first-time home buyers that you can target. So Facebook, it's brand new to us, and as far as we know, that's Facebook just targeting people demographically on the fact that they're getting ready to become a first-time home buyer. So you definitely want to try that targeting option out as well. There's some fantastic opportunities for you that traffic. And if you didn't see it, that offer for that free consultations, so cwjstone.com/funnel, FUNNEL. If you go to that link and book one of those 30-minute consultations, the team would be more than happy to talk to you about webinar registrants for that type of campaign, because they're well-versed in that stuff. Is from Larry. Hi, Larry. Hope you're having a great day. Can you show the complete funnel and share the results of an ad/landing page/close loans? So that's a great question, Larry. And unfortunately, because we've only got a half hour for the content, I have to kind of pick and choose how much time we spend on implementation and how much time we spend on posturing of the ideas that we do. And because we covered both the lead ads and the Canvas tool, I didn't have time to really case study stuff out, which is normally, well, you've been on a ton of our webinars, and that's normally how I like to present the information. Like, here's what it has done, here's the results that we've generated, and then here's how to do it. But just because of our time restraints, we weren't able to do that during this month's event. So that being said, I would love to in future episodes, and that is normally how we present the content out. I can tell you that from the lead ads, we do see a nice workflow through with the clients that we're running it for. So hopefully that helps. Alex asks, where do you usually send people on your website? How should you convert once they've clicked sign up if you were to run a refinance lead form? That is a great question, Alex. We direct people to different parts of the website based on the type of traffic that we are targeting through the advertisement, okay? So if you're running and we'll start kind of from the top and then we'll work our way down, okay? So if you're running a retargeting campaign, that's people that have already been on your website, or if you're targeting people in your database, audience types we normally send to the home page because they already know your brand, they're already aware of your business, and what we ultimately want those people to do is to call you. So in every advertisement that we place that targets somebody that's already been on your website or somebody that's a past customer, they get to see the phone number right in the advertisement, and when they click on the ad, it just takes them to the home page of the website, which again features the phone number right at the top of the website, and it's a nice branded experience for them so that it warms them up to the brand even further. Now, the advertisements that we're targeting direct to market. So like you saw in the example today, we're targeting people that are interested in real estate and properties and high-end property and mortgages, and you can get even deeper into that. You can get people that are interested in debt consolidation or refinances or all kinds of different targeting options that Facebook gives you. If we are targeting a cold audience on Facebook, we drive them to a specific lead generation page that has an offer on it. And the offer can be simple. It can be for a free consultation, a free phone where you drive somebody consultation. It can be a free report where you're giving away a report that explains a specific topic. Or it can just be a video campaign or just a straight offer. You land them on a page that says, pick up the phone and call us right now. Regardless of the conversion mechanism that you're putting on there, whether it's a consultation, a free report, a video series, or just a direct call, to be relative to the targeting that you're doing on Facebook. So if you're targeting first-time home buyers, whatever offer or conversion mechanism that you have, it has to be specifically speaking to first-time buyers and say, this is for first-time home buyers. So you would have a page on your website that's www.yourmaindomain.com/first-time buyers. And you would drive all of the traffic that you're targeting to first-time buyers on Facebook to that specific landing page on your website that is going to convert. Because with marketing, right, you need a message, you need a media, timing, right? Those are basically the three things. And when you line all those up, you've kind of got your perfect offer. So Facebook gives us the market. We know that we're speaking to the right people. You've got to give them a right message on the landing page, and by the very virtue that they're clicking on the advertisement, we know that we're getting in front of them at the right time with the offer. So as long as you combine all those three things into those campaigns, they tend to work really well. And again, you can target that out to whoever it is that you want. Refinances specifically are great, and Facebook, again, has added in some pretty significant targeting as far as people that could be more prone or demographically targeted for a refinance offer. So a sign up page for refinances, but I would definitely test lead ads, because one of the things that we've discovered with all of the marketing that we do for refinances or second mortgages or anything along those lines, people want to talk to somebody today, right now. So it's very important that throughout the conversion mechanism that you're putting that person through, they can give instant information and get instant feedback. And those lead ads are perfect for that, because all they have to do is basically click a button and click another button and then wait for you to call them, right? So it's a great way to go into that audience. From Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan, hope you're doing well. Hi, Chris, can you target the ads on Canvas the way that you do with the lead ads? So the answer to that question is yes. So when you're setting up your campaign, you're just essentially telling Facebook, rather than driving them to my website or rather than driving them to a lead ad, I want to drive them to my mobile website or your canvas, right? And you can select the canvas as the destination to where you're going to drive that traffic. And then all of the targeting and writing the advertisement and all the other steps that I took you through today are the exact same. So you can target the same audience and drive them just to the canvas page. Now, you'll notice in that section where I said, okay, this is where Facebook allows you to target, traffic on Facebook, traffic on Instagram, and traffic on the audience network. That targeting option, you want to click on customize and turn off the desktop traffic, okay? The ads that you run that go to your canvas should be mobile 100%, being that it's designed for mobile devices. So I know that sounds obvious, but I've seen people miss that campaign or we only dump those campaigns in for them. So hopefully that helps you out. Next question is from Nolan. Nolan says, hey, when Facebook mines info to send us for our leads, will it send us the email registered on one's Facebook page? A lot of the time those are ghost emails. How do we mitigate that? So we've generated a considerable amount of leads through the lead forms personally, and I haven't noticed a bounce back issue or a non-issue with the information. So I'm not seeing it as an issue on our side, so I wouldn't worry about it unless you turn it on and it actually becomes an issue. And then that would be something that I would potentially bring up with Facebook because if you can show them that, they'll probably give you some money back on your advertising campaigns. I didn't say that. But you can talk to them through their thing and through their support mechanism. They have a fantastic support desk, and I wouldn't worry about it. Because I haven't seen it as a problem on my side. So I would just, and even if it's 1 out of every 50 people, it's still worth it. And I mean, the fact that you're able to generate those leads at much lower cost, it definitely offsets that one random person that might be using a fake email address. Our next question is from Dan. Are you going to send a recording link for review? So yes, we will be taking the recording of this whole event here, and we will be posting it on the blog. You will get access to it for 48 hours. So it is basically over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and then on Monday that content gets taken down and it gets put into the First National Resource Library, where we have all 30 episodes that we have produced up until this point. You can actually start at the beginning, go to episode 30 and watch my hairline recede as we go through the content. Sorry, that's my nerd joke, all right? So, but yeah, we've got over 30 episodes now inside that, or I should say we have 30 episodes inside there for you. And in order to get access to that, you reach out to your First National representative and they can give you access to that for free as long as you are in good standing and doing good business with First National. So reach out to your First National account representative and they can get you access to that. Yeah. Our next question is from Susan. Susan says, where am I able to make sure other agents are not included in our ad catch area on the ad setup? So Susan, that is a great question. So that is done in the targeting section where you are setting up your Facebook ad. So it's going to ask you to target the or demographics of those people. And when you're selecting, you type in the box, this is real estate, properties. Underneath that box, there's a secondary box underneath that, and there'll be a button that says exclude, or it'll say exclude audience. You're gonna click on that blue button that says exclude audience, and it will have a second drop down if it isn't already there. And when you click that exclude button, anybody that you put in that secondary box, that's where you put mortgage broker and mortgage agent so that people that are listed as that don't see your advertisements. Pretty cool tip. I'm glad that you hopefully enjoyed that. It's a great way, again, to just make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck inside your advertising account. All right. Our next question is from Tom. Tom says, does Facebook automatically create a custom audience for your lead ads campaign of people that clicked the advertisement? So Tom, great question, and the answer is no. They don't automatically do that. You have to set up an audience inside your Facebook Ads Manager to know that you want to target that. And it's really cool inside there. When you're creating those custom audiences, you can, I mean, there is website targeting, but now there's also video targeting. So you can target people that have watched your videos on Facebook. Then you can target people that have watched up to a certain amount. So you can show ads to people that have only watched, 75% or more of your video. In order to do that, go into Facebook, go into audiences, create an audience, tell Facebook what you want to track inside that dashboard, and that will give you the access to, again, retarget those people that have potentially clicked but not filled out the form. Great question. Great to see you taking advantage of the Facebook advertising platform. Our next question is from Dawn. Dawn says, how do we access the First National Training Library? So Dawn, just reach out to your First National account manager, and they have access to a link that you can sign up for free to that library. And again, thank you to First National for sponsoring the event and that library for our community here. So Mike, same question. So reach out to your First National account manager to get access to that. Rachel's question says, I have two questions, okay? All right, a bonus question, all right. If I run campaigns on Facebook, would the same ad go to the same person? So I'll answer that question first, and then we'll get into the second question. So yes, your ad will show to the same people on Facebook multiple times, which is a good thing, right? In advertising, it takes an average of 7 impressions on somebody to actually get them to respond or to click on that advertisement. And Facebook shows you inside your advertising account how often, on average, somebody has seen your advertisement from within that specific targeting campaign. They call it frequency. So when you go into your ads manager, statistics, and in the middle of the screen, on the right-hand side, it's going to give you a little button, and it will say, well, everybody's button is different, so it's hard for me to tell you, but it'll basically say default, I think. So if you click on that button, it will give you all of the different options that you can look at in the data. So all of the different layouts of, you can look at video views, or you can look at social engagement, so how many likes or comments or shares your ads have generated, or you can look at clicks and conversions. And that's what you want to look at. You want to look at the clicks inside your campaign. So when you click on that option inside that dashboard, it will change the data that you see on the dashboard, and one of the columns will be frequency. And so if your frequency is 2, that means that the average person in that campaign has seen your advertisement 2 times. So you don't want to let that number creep up too high, but it's okay, in my experience, to get that number up to 5, 7, in the frequency number before you really start to see your engagement drop off on your advertisements. So you can track that, right? Then our second half of the question, Facebook tells the number of reach. What does that mean? So your reach on your Facebook ads is how many people have seen the advertisement on Facebook. So if you're showing, a reach of 1 million, it means that your advertisement has shown up in 1 million different news feeds, okay? So your reach is essentially how many people have seen your ad inside their newsfeed, which doesn't really mean anything to us. We're really concentrated on clicks and the actual engagement that you're getting from those advertisements. Next question here is from, hold on. David, what are the other lead ad types? So David, I don't know them all off the top of my head. I think there's 12 different lead types where you can drive traffic just to your website, or you can focus on conversions, or you can focus on just impressions, you can focus on generating likes. There's all kinds of different options that Facebook has. And here in this training, I stay focused on the ones where we've seen real results of real mortgage leads generating real quality traffic, right? So I tend to stay away from getting campaigns, just simply because likes aren't leads. Those are just people that like your business page. I'm very focused on traffic that leads to conversions, and that's where we tend to focus our training on here. So great question. But I mean, just go into Ads Manager, click the button and to create a new ad, and they're all right there. That'll show you. From Steve. So Steve says, what is relevance? Great question, Steve. So relevance is Facebook's telling us how relevant the advertisement is to the audience that we've selected. And so we're not 100% sure, or I'm not 100% sure exactly how they calculate it. But I do know that it is a score of how people are responding to your advertisements. So whether people are, when they select, they can like it or they can be angry about it, that kind of stuff. If you get a lot of anger on your advertisements, your relevancy score is going to be 1. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest, right? And if you get people that click on the advertisement that bounce off your page really quick, and they say, okay, these people don't want this offer, right? They're not interested in it. If you're generating 0 leads inside your campaign, you're not going to get a good relevancy score. If you have people that are complaining about your advertisement, so people can click on your ad and report the ad as offensive or abusive or whatever it is. If you get negative feedback on your advertisements, that drops your relevancy score. So your relevancy score is an indicator of how well you've targeted your audience and how well that specific audience is engaging with your advertisement. So if you've got low click-through rates, again, your relevancy score is going to be really low. So it's an overall health number of that specific ad in that specific marketplace. So again, if you're giving, if you're getting a lot of likes, you're getting a lot of comments, you're getting people that are clicking on the advertisement, going to the landing page, filling out the form, you've got a high click-through rate on your advertisement, you're going to get a high relevancy score. So you don't want that number to be any lower than 6. Things that you're running that have a relevancy score of less than 6, you want to pause those, rewrite your ad copy, or relook at your targeting and test those 2 things until you can resonate with an audience well enough in order to get that number up between 6 and 10. So hopefully, well. Our next question here is from Bill. What is the link again for the free consultation? So that is cwjstone.com/funnel. And that will take you to the page where you can get that information. Now with that, we are coming up on the end of time. So Susan, and anybody else that is coming in on that list, I will get you the answer to your question via email. We don't leave anybody hanging during these webinars. We want to make sure that you get the support that you need. So from me, Chris Johnstone, to you, much love. Hope that you enjoyed the event. I cannot wait until the event next month with you. And a couple of reminders. Reach out to your First National account representative. Let them know what you thought of the event and get together, talk business. The other thing is we are sending out another event next week for you to send to your referral partners. We are going to go over the same tools in Facebook and give them incredible training on your behalf for free. All you have to do is share the link with them and say, hey, I'm helping to host this event to help you grow your business. And then after the event, you get to follow up with your real estate referral partners or your referral partners in general. So you can send it to, your financial planners, your home inspectors, all of the people that you network with that are looking to generate more business. Resource for you to go up and share with those people as well. So keep an eye out for an email on Monday from us to send that out. All right. So with that, we're going to wrap up this month's event. Thank you for your time. Hope that you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Bye, everybody.